So for 35 years, this has been a project in the works, and I will forever be grateful for our Board of Education's commitment, their vision, and their desire to make a difference, not just in the city of Fresno, but very importantly, in West Fresno, that had long been neglected.
My name is Principal QT, and I want to welcome you to your new school. Gaston Middle School was built so the students from this city will have the opportunity for success. My staff and I are dedicated to helping each of you become successful students as you transition to middle school. Transition means to change from one condition to another, and you are about to embark on the most important transition of your life so far. You are about to meet a few of the very first students to attend this school who are now graduating from Edison High School. Not long ago, they were sitting in the same room you are right now. They would like to share some of their experiences with you. Listen to their stories, and we hope you are motivated. You are now a Gaston Bengal. What advice would you give your middle school self?
Don't take middle school for granted. I would tell myself, don't try to fit in, just go your own way.
The advice I would give to my middle school self is to not dwell on friendships that you lose, or just try to live in the moment.
So what I would tell my middle school self is just don't be scared. Like, go out there, talk to people, get to know some new people.
Get involved. I would tell my middle school self to kill them with success.
Why is it important to stay on track in school, even when your friends are not staying on track?
It's very important because if you have a goal in mind and your friends aren't supporting that goal, you need to rearrange and reconsider your friends and who you're hanging around with. And
it's important to stay on track when even when your friends aren't, because they're not going to be there your whole life.
Well, if you're not on track, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're just following what your friends are doing. So it's not gonna get you very far.
It's very important to stay on track, even though if it's your best friend that is off track, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be there to get you into college or to get you to your job that you want.
How do you balance schoolwork and fun?
But in the classroom, I think it's best that you handle your business.
Basically, just make a schedule for yourself to know what you're going to do when you wake up, go home, and go to school.
You should always put time towards your books and towards your homework, and then separate that from your fun time, and know that there's still time to have fun because you're still young.
okay, so there's a line in everything, and I learned that. Yeah, there's times to play around, but there's times not to play around.
What is the biggest mistake middle schoolers make?
Trying to be cool.
The biggest mistake middle schoolers make is probably not taking classes as serious.
Biggest mistake that they make is just taking it for granted.
Basically trying to fit in.
Trying to be a cool kid.
I think the biggest mistake middle schoolers do is probably procrastinate. And middle school's it's like a big trap. So a lot of kids, I had friends that got caught up in the trap and never made it to high school.
How important is it to be involved in sports and clubs?
I think it's very important because it gets you the opportunity of knowing more people.
It makes connections with a lot of people, so I believe it's very important. I made a lot of friends through that.
I say that's very important because most colleges they look into your they look into how many clubs you've been involved in and what sports you go, because if you're into the club and sports, you're able to get scholarships.
Well, it brings more opportunity to you, going to field trips. It's extremely important to be social at school, I feel, because you'll meet people that you'll be friends with for the rest of your lives.
That's super important. Just being involved, keeping yourself busy.
Because it looks great on your college applications and it makes you stand out compared to others that didn't get involved.
If you could go back and change anything, what would it be?
I would probably hang out with the right crowd.
Yeah, I just changed the people who I hung around I would go back and focus on achieving the best grades possible, because I know it's a lot easier now. Looking back, it's easier than what I thought it was.
For me to stay on my studies, because right now I'm going to city, but if I would have stayed on my grades and did way better, I could have been somewhere like in a D1 school if I was able to.
There's nothing I would change other than I'd probably play some sports. That's about it.
I would change how I procrastinated about doing a lot of my projects.
What are you doing next year?
Next year I'm going to Fresno State to study criminology in hopes of becoming an FBI agent.
I'm going to attend city for 2 years and transfer to state and hopefully do sports. Next year I'm going to be attending Antelope Valley College to play baseball.
I'm going to Fresno City and I'm going to play football over there.
I'm going to Fresno City and focusing on becoming a police officer.
Next year I'm going to City College.
Next year I'm going to Fresno State, majoring in pre-nursing, but I'm thinking about changing my major to biology. And yeah, I want to be a registered nurse and then go on to be a nurse practitioner.
Going to Fresno State.
You playing
Football, yes, I'm playing football at Fresno State this year. Number 5. Got a game coming up against USC, August 30th, 31st. Be there.
So next year I'll be attending Fresno State, and my major is going to be nursing.